go live. Greetings, chess players. My name is Chris Torres, and it is November 18th, which means in just 2 days, it will be the EID Foundation Fall Scholastic Chess Classic. So tonight is kind of my last call for you guys to sign up if you are in high school or in a lower grade. If you're still in high school, middle school, or elementary school, you can sign up for the EID Foundation's Fall Scholastic Chess Classic on November 20th. The tournament will take place on Tornello, which is a lot like chess.com. And all the information on signing up is located at dailychessmusings.com. It is on the front page of dailychessmusings.com. The reason I run these tournaments is it's important for young chess players to play serious games of chess. Certainly just playing for fun is also important, but playing a serious chess tournament requires more serious thought and will result in some more improvement than you would have otherwise achieved. Also, the EID Foundation is just fantastic. James Eade, FIDE Master James Eade, is a good friend of mine. He lives not too far away from me. We've met for coffee. He runs a foundation that 100% of the proceeds goes to the cause. And the cause is spreading chess excellence and chess literacy globally. So what does he do? How does that work? He sends chess boards and chess books. And remember, he is, perhaps the biggest selling chess author of all time with his Chess for Dummies book. He doesn't sell these, he sends these to communities that around the world that couldn't otherwise afford them. And so they get chess learning materials and chess equipment from the EID Foundation. And therefore we get new villages, new townships, new places, new schools as part of the global chess community. What he does is fantastic. What he does through his foundation is fantastic. And so I am raising awareness to that cause, especially with, what is it? It's Giving, I think it's Giving Tuesday, is it? Yeah, there's like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and then I think it's Giving Tuesday, maybe something. It's coming up, and it's near the end of the year. You think about what nonprofits you want to maybe donate to. Send some of your shekels that way. The EID Foundation is a very worthy cause, and I cannot recommend it highly enough if you're looking for a charity to send some donation to at this time of year. All right, so tonight, to get young players ready for the EID Foundation tournament, we're going to be playing games at the time control used in the tournament, which is 15 minutes with a 10-second increment. It is a beautiful time control. It means the games are slow enough that you can play serious chess, but far enough that the action is continuous. There's no long breaks in the action. You can play a full tournament in a few hours on a Saturday morning, just like we're going to do with the EID Foundation tournament. So 15 minutes with a 10-second increment. 15 minutes, 10-second increment. I'm going to play. Anybody who's tuned in, if you're part of the Daily Chess Musings community or the Gopher Chess Club from Gomes, or anybody else who might be tuned in, if you want to send me a challenge at 15 minutes with a 10-second increment, I will be happy to accept. So let me go to my play, to my home screen. Let's see. Nobody sent me a challenge yet. This is interesting. This is interesting. I have, let's see, I'm peeking around. I don't see any challenges yet. I can maybe challenge some friends who happen to be online too. And I do that by simply going to play. And then I want to play a friend. And then I see who's around. Who is around and capable of being played. And looks like I got Dong Mei Gao challenged me, but I'm gonna see Dong Mei Gao. We want to play a 15-minute with a 10-second increment. So you are listening, and I appreciate that. But we're looking to play, and all right, come on, give me more. Give me more options. 15 and 10. There it is. It was in the more options. No, we aren't going to play balanced odds. We're just going to play a random, a regular 15-minute 10. And so you have to go into the more options area when you're sending the challenge, just like you saw me do. And I'm going to go ahead and send him this challenge right now. Dong Mei Gao. Bingo. Just sent the challenge. Go ahead and accept that, Dong Mei Gao. I'm just checking my stream, make sure my board looks good, and tonight it does. Maybe in a couple of the other broadcasts, part of my board was clipped off. I sent Dong Mei Gao a challenge at 15 minutes with a 10-second increment. And let's see. Let me try again. Accept the challenge. Hopefully we'll play a few games tonight. If not, I guess I'll just fill time talking about the EID Foundation. Or maybe I can just play some 15 and 10 against some random strangers on chess.com. Ritvik88, you sent me a 1 and 1. No. We're trying to do 15 and 10. 15 minutes with a 10-second increment. I can send Ritvik a challenge. So let me decline. And we're still waiting for Dong Mei Gao to maybe find, if you're on chess.com, you go to like the top and you should see your alerts. Just like I have like I have a bunch of alerts in the chess area because people are sending me some challenges. All right. And I'm going to cancel my challenge against Dong Mei Gao. And instead of Dong Mei Gao, we're going to play a friend. And I saw Ritvik signed on. So where are you, Ritvik? If you were here, you got to play around a lot on chess.com and just get comfortable with the way things work. And you'll have a lot more enjoyment. Let's see. I could try Julian. He's very strong. I saw Ritvik. Why am I not seeing any more challenges from... All right, so here's Julian. It's 15 and 10. And I'm sending him a challenge right now. Julian, if you're watching, here it comes. And I am playing Julian a game of 15 and 10. All right. So the thing to remember about 15 minutes with a 10-second increment is you got a lot of time. Look, he's got more than the time he started with, right? And I see that, but I'm only going to play one game at a time, Dong. So I see that you figured out how to do that, and that's good. But I'm playing Julian right now. Julian 2468. And we have started playing the Russian game. So his knight should go back, and then I take the center pawn. Pawn in the center, pawn in the center. Let's see if I can remember what I'm supposed to remember about the Petrov's defense. It's like maybe my fourth or fifth choice for an opening. And look how much time we've accumulated. I've got 1547. He's got 1553. So, and you can see it says Petrov's defense, classical attack. This is very classical. Usually white doesn't take there, though. Usually white continues to develop. All right, so I'm going to take a moment to look at things, always analyzing my checks, captures, and threats, and I'm going to take back with my pawn and displace his knight. And I might get a Greek gift sacrifice. I think we saw one of those a couple weeks ago in one of my broadcasts, but tonight I will not. Okay. Mainly because the bishop is defending the knight, and the knight is clogging. Let me see if I can draw my arrows tonight. Super! I can draw my arrows. I'm so happy about that. Remember, I think it was the last stream I wasn't able to draw arrows for no apparent reason. Nah, that made me sad. All right, so certainly you do not like that knight hanging out near your king. And also, he is threatening e4 twice. He's threatening it once with his knight and once with his rook. See how much time we have? I can even just like draw arrows and color. I mean, we got a lot of time in this control. But it's still fast. It's still fast-paced. So I'm thinking of bishop f5, defending e4 again. I'm thinking of that. Seems legit. So I have my pawn defended twice, and now he attacks it a third time. 1, 2, 3 attackers. Me with just the 2 defenders. So this is kind of interesting. He's gotten into a variation here that's interesting. What am I forgetting? This seems like, let's see, what am I forgetting? You know, I can move my bishop off d6 and pin the knight, and it gets rid of one of his attackers, right? I think I might do that. So this is like option number 1 I'm going into in my head. Because I can't add a third defender right away. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and play bishop b4. But in case you're wondering, yeah, I'm totally out of book already. Meaning none of this is anything I've memorized. EID Foundation Fall Scholastic Chess Classic starts very soon. Just 2 days. You can sign up tonight. This is a last call broadcast for that. Wow. Yeah. So here's the problem. If bishop takes, he could play knight takes. Can he? Let's see. If bishop takes, rook takes, knight takes. Yeah, he's fine there. Did I just lose a pawn? Wouldn't be surprised. I'm having a little bit of a tricky week this week. I wrecked my foot and my computer in the same week. Of the two, it was actually more of a gut punch when my computer just stopped working. That just made me really sad. I was really in a mood yesterday. But yeah, I've been wearing my boot on the foot. It's like this huge Velcro kind of snow boot thing, keeps it from getting further injured. Let's see. Yeah, I don't like the way I'm playing right now. I'm not seeing things the way I like to. If bishop takes, knight takes, rook takes, queen takes, it's fine for him, but then I get bishop takes down there at the end, I suppose. Yeah, sure. There is a couple different ways of going about. I'm going to try and give him an isolated queen pawn. This pawn right here I'm going to try and isolate in this variation. So that pulls the queen away, and then I win c2, right? Isolated queen's pawn. Boom. It's a target for me. So we are even material, but that center pawn of his is also a target. Now I got to be very careful about the knight coming in and threatening down here, right? Doubling up with the bishop. So I need to be careful about that. Also, he can put a rook behind and attack this bishop. So I'm going to play pawn c6, which controls these squares, so the knight's not going to move forward. Also means this pawn can't move forward without being taken, so it's a weak pawn just stuck there. Now I'm going to close this stupid challenge so I can see my clock. Ah! What is he doing? What is he doing? He's allowing me to take the pawn. Am I missing a tactic here, Julian? I am. Because now if my queen takes, he's going to checkmate me. Hello, back rank mate, right? I did miss a tactic. And it was a very obvious good tactic. As I said, I was afraid of that knight moving there. I noticed that a second ago, and then I still allowed it. So again, I'm not too thrilled with the level of chess I'm playing tonight. But that's okay. That's okay. Can't be brilliant all the time. Maybe tonight's going to be a night for the students to win some games. They haven't done that on broadcast in a very long time. He's threatening this twice now, too. I might want to put my knight out here to guard. Yeah, I do. Okay. This could get painful. He's threatening. He was threatening knight c2 twice and knight e7 twice. This could get rather painful. Yep, so we just got 2 days to go. So you should sign up tonight for the Eade Foundation. Beautiful move. Fall Scholastic Chess Classic. I mean, you can clearly see that white is kind of winning right now. We're even material, but look at whose pieces are better. White's pieces are clearly better. And now he's threatening this square a third time. Not sure if that should completely worry me or not, because he's also threatening this, check. I have to worry about, keep my eye on. My bishop's down here undefended. That's not good. I'm thinking of playing rook to c8 so that my bishop's defended. But then he will play knight to e7, forking it. See, if I do this, then kapowie zowie! I look like a fool, right? Boom. He'll be up the exchange. So I cannot do that. So I cannot do what I was hoping to do. So I think instead, certainly I don't want to also do anything like this. Because if I go out there, he can move the knight out of the way. Say check with the knight and then win my queen for free. So that is also off the table. So those are two moves that normally okay, so I really need to focus here. Checks, captures, threats. Checks, captures, threats. Checks, captures, threats. That 18 queen e5 was a good move. I hear my little boy in the other room. Let's see. If you hear some noise, that's my 4-year-old playing. Might be picking up on the microphone. In my moment of silence. This is just kind of bad. I might bring the bishop back to g6 and really strengthen my position. I hate to use a tempo on that, but I'm clearly going to be defending. I suspect this rook might come to the e file next, or the d file. Checks, captures, threats, checks, captures, threats. Checks, captures, threats. You know, I'm tempted to play pawn f6, and I really need to think about it because it exposes me, right, to a queen check. You This is really, really... I'm going to play f6. I'm going to go ahead and do it. This is very dangerous. I'm expecting queen e6 check. Now, once queen e6 check, I have to move out of check, right? So I'm going to have to play king h8. So queen e6 check, king h8. Julian has me on the defensive. He plays h3. 20h3. Interesting. He has me on the defensive, and he is giving me a little bit of leeway here. Maybe knight c5. Maybe I should play knight c5 here. See, I'm really taking my time. Do you see that? He's got more time than me, but I know if I win this position, I'll still win the game. It's a valuable lesson about, you know, this kind of time control. I'm in a tough position here. I didn't want to have to play f6, but I think knight c5 was correct. I go with it. Very, very tense situation. I could miss a tactic very easily here. I could miss a tactic. And then queen f7. I could play bishop g6 now and threaten the queen. Now might be the time to bring the bishop back. In fact, I'm going to do that. So I'm fighting, and I'm threatening to maybe win this knight here with my queen. His queen's going to have to move some. And where is the queen going to go? Where it can still defend the knight. Am I gonna win a piece here? Playing f6 really raised the tension level. I think you probably noticed that in my discussion during the broadcast. You never want to have to move the f-pawn up one square defensively. I think Ben Feingold has said this on his broadcast many times on YouTube. I enjoy Ben Feingold's broadcasts. His and Daniel Naroditsky, I think, are two of the more educational ones for a guy. I enjoy him. I enjoy him. I go more for educational. All right, so now I can just take the knight and be defending my knight. So I am up a piece. Oh, and he is stacked. He is stacked. If I move my rook, I could get If I move my knight, I could be in trouble. Although my queen can drop back to g8. So I think here I'm going to play knight to d3 is what I'm looking at, forking the bishop and rook. This has been, you know, this is the fun part of chess, right? I didn't like the way I played the opening. Down to 6 minutes, 38 seconds. No big deal, because I get 10-second increment. Except I just choked on my coffee. Now that's a big deal. So you're going to be playing this time control at the EID Foundation Fall Classic, and you should take your time like I am. And now Queen G8 is clearly what I play. I would have played it a little sooner, except yeah, I choked on that coffee. You know what? Before I take back with my rook, which is what I was thinking, I think it's better to take back with the king actually, because it moves the king closer to the action. Why would I want to keep my king in the corner? Answer is I don't. All right, so my king comes closer to the action. Maybe he's gonna up. Nope, he only put the rook up there. Interesting. Okay, and again, I think he's playing a little too fast, Julian. You probably could have won this game. You might still, you know, I'm not saying that I'm not gonna, but now see, I'm threatening the bishop. I could trade, or I could win a pawn. Now, if I win a pawn, he can fork over here and win a pawn back, I suppose. But actually, let me clear off some of these arrows. I'm drawing nonsense. He's drawing nonsense again. If I play knight takes b7 and he goes there, then I go back there and threaten his bishop again. So he can't, yeah. So I think the best move is to just take b7, threaten the rook. If rook goes to b4, then knight goes back to d3. Nope, now he goes straight to the 7th. That makes sense. And then, you know, I want to bring my knight back and threaten the bishop again. I cannot support, you know, I shouldn't move my rook here because his bishop, right? So normally you know, I might just slide a rook over, but that's a little bit of a problem for me. So I'm moving the knight here. My king's on a light square, so I don't have to worry about a bishop check. And you're going to be like that, huh, Julian? All right. Let's see. So I think I'm going to play pawn to b6 and then knight to c5. And if he wants to trade his bishop to win a pawn, bishop for my knight to win a pawn, I'll let him, because I got more. But all right. So then I come down here, knight c5. That f6 move I played. Yeah, see, never say never. Ben Feingold's like, never play f6. I've heard him say it in the broadcast, right? But I think it very well could have been the best move at that juncture. So maybe I let him take this, and I take that with my bishop. This is what I'm thinking. You can take there, I'll take there, and then I'll scoot the pawn down. Now, see, he's still got 15 minutes, right? So this is what happens when you play fast in these time controls. Yeah, you've got time, but I've got a winning position. I got an outside pass pawn and an extra bishop. I could care less about being down 10 minutes in time. Yep. And Julian resigns. That was a good game though, Julian. You had me up against it for sure. And no, chess.com, let's how do I get rid of this cuckoo win? Okay, there we go. All right, I could do, yeah, good game. Good game, Julian. I agree. I sent him a message of good game as well. All right, so now I am open for another challenge, ladies and gentlemen. First challenge was really hard. Had me up against the ropes. Who wants to play me next? Julian was close. All his pieces were better, and he just slightly overplayed his hand. That's all. I can send people a challenge too. Let me. But while I'm waiting for a challenge, if you can send me a 15 and 10 challenge right now, you'll probably get accepted. And while I'm waiting for that challenge to arrive, look at the, let's see, it's hard to point at something. There we go, when it's mirror image camera work. But look at the EID Foundation Fall Scholastic Chess Classic. It is a tournament this Saturday. You can read all about it and sign up on dailychessmusings.com. Entry fee, I believe, is only $20 plus USCF membership. It starts this Saturday, this Saturday morning. And let's see, I'm going to go ahead and look at my challenges and see. I have no alerts, so that's funny. All right, so I'm going to say play a friend. And I see that Crosser Bishop and Dice Knights sent me a challenge, so I'm going to say new 1510. No. I want to abort this. Because I don't think... Is Chess Violin Gamer one of ours? Might be. Could be. Or did I just... I better go ahead. I better not abort. It could be... It's probably one of our players, okay? I just clicked, yeah. So E4, E5, Chess Violin Gamer. Another one of our students. Knight F3, D5. The Elephant Gambit. Well, right now it's just the Queen Pawn counter. Let's see if I can do some startling tactics here. And if I, we'll get all your games. I'll go a little longer with the broadcast tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So, Crosser Bishop and Dice Knights, maybe you'll be in my next game, okay? I'll go a little bit longer because I want to help you guys get prepared for the EID Foundation tournament. I could play c6 and, but I'm not. I'm gonna block with my bishop here. Interpose. If he takes, I take with my knight. Knight f6, then bishop d6. All right. Playing Chess Violin Gamer. There's the knight defending the center pawn. He can put more pressure on that right now, or she. Good job with d3. That's exactly what you want to do, because it is pinned, right? This is a pin. So you put more pressure on that pin with d3. So if I play bishop e7, it's not pinned anymore. Or if I castle queenside, it's not pinned anymore. So I'm going to castle queenside. Interesting. Okay. So now the knight is pinned, but the bishop's not defended. This is a point of interest up here. Bishop b4 is a check. He can interpose, but then I could take and threaten. Yeah. I can threaten his queen. So if he plays pawn, he or she violin gamer, chess violin. Yeah. So now I'm going to attack the queen. Threaten the queen, and then what I'm threatening to do is bring this rook over and say Chekaruski, right? Oh, good move. You moved your queen out of the dangerous file. Excellent. Otherwise, if you keep your queen in that file somehow, it's going to be pinned, and it's a nasty pin. All right, so now his bishop's pinned, and I just added more pressure to it, right? See how that works? Pins and more pressure and pins. Why do we add more pressure to something that's pinned? We do it because things that are pinned can't move. You don't go around attacking pieces that can move willy-nilly, because they'll just, you build a strong attack and then they'll move to the other side of the board, right? Right. I don't know if I want to trade. You know, I'm gonna not trade. I'm gonna bring the bishop back here. If the queen takes, then I'm gonna sack my bishop. Say check and then win a queen. So the queen cannot take that right now. It's a mean trap. Plus, I'm improving my bishop. See on this diagonal? Ooh, interesting. I can block the bishop in, though. All right, and now, see, he's threatening checkmate. That's checkmate, ladies and gentlemen. But it's also a free queen. It was a threat of checkmate, but it's also a free queen. This is how you do it. So that got a little exciting. I liked it. Much sharper tactically than our last game. And okay, game over by resignation. All right, now I'm ready. Let me get out of that. And I'm going to go to play and see who else I can play tonight in preparation for the EID Foundation Fall Classic. So Dice Knights and Crosser Bishop sent me a request. I can send them one too. Let me, there's Dice Knights. I see you right there. And you said that you sent me. Arun, very good question. It starts at 9 o'clock a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Excellent question. Dice Knights. And let's go ahead and play. Here we go. Dice Knights, go ahead and accept. I just sent you the 15 and 10. So now I've played 2 games at this time control. The second one was over quickly, not because of playing fast, but because of some early sharp tactics. The first one is more traditional of what you should expect from the tournament. Dice Knights, I sent you a challenge. Go ahead and accept. And if not, then I'll send one to Crosser Bishop or see who else's challenge show up. But I'm waiting for Dice Knights. I've had a lot of fun games against Dice Knights. It says 9 a.m. Chicago on Tornello. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not right. It should say 9 o'clock Pacific time. Thank you, Arun. We will have to fix that in the Tornello thing. I will do that tonight after the broadcast. That is a real problem. Okay, and let's see. So nothing from Dice Knights. Excellent question. And I'm going to try and play a friend. Crosser Bishop, I'm going to try you. And let's play it. Crosser Bishop and I have also played a lot of chess during these broadcasts. I'm having a good time tonight. This is actually raising awareness for the EID Foundation right now. We're actually raising awareness for it right now, and that makes me happy. Crosser Bishop, I sent you a 15 and 10 challenge. So go to your live chess area, your play chess area. You should see the challenge. I know you two wanted to play me. If anybody else sends me a challenge, I can go ahead and accept. The Eade Foundation, Fall Scholastic Chess Classic, 9 a.m. Pacific Time on Tornello. But you find out all that stuff by going to dailychessmusings.com. dailychessmusings.com. I will be broadcasting. My wife will be doing all the tournament director duties that need done, unless I need to make like a ruling as a tournament director. But she's going to be handling like the pairings. She's going to be running those computers. And I'm going to be handling the live broadcast. So I will not be live broadcasting the games as they're being played. What I'll do is wait for the game to finish and then go through it on the live broadcast. This way I don't interfere with anybody's results. The result happens and then your game gets featured during the broadcast. It's going to be a lot of fun. We did this in the spring, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Crosser Bishop, go ahead and accept, man. I sent you a challenge. Maybe there's a problem with the chess.com challenges tonight. Maybe there's a problem with the chess.com. challenges for some reason. I don't know. I know I was seeing you guys challenging me. I was seeing that. A lot of you were challenging me to like 1 minute games or 5 minute games, right? The usual stuff. But I wanted to play the slower time control to help you get prepared. I'm waiting for you. Oh, here's I'm going to go ahead and accept Hoopkrat. Okay, so I got a game against Hoopkrat. See, I just saw the challenge pop up. So Hoopkrat. I'm going to play the King's Gambit. Ooh, if I move the F-pawn in my first game, I'll move it in my second too. Perhaps the most romantic of all the gambits. Very, very much an attacking player's opening. Let's see. Do I want to play Bishop C4 or D4? I could do both. It's kind of... Oh, Dice Knight sent me a challenge, and I see it now. I see it. So we can try that again after this one. Yeah, you know, I'm going to grab all the space. I almost moved the bishop to C4. King's Gambit. Accepted. The King's Gambit accepted with pawn D6. It's not so much about memorization with me as far as openings. I know the names of them, right? But what am I doing? I've got 2 pawns in the center. And now 2 pieces developed, right? And my opponent only has 1 piece developed. But they're ahead 1 pawn. So, uh-oh, this looks like this kind of basic fork idea, right? You got to be careful of those pawn forks, especially in the gambit openings. Because the gambit openings leaves a more flexible pawn structure for white here. And so, yeah, you gotta be careful of these, but just in general, too. I wonder if I should take with my bishop or with my pawn. Taking with the pawn or with my queen. Okay, so I got 3 choices here. 1, 2, 3, and probably a 4th choice of none of the above. But we'll just look at choice A, B, and C. Taking with the bishop. Taking with the bishop means, if I do this, it means I'm still threatening F7 with my bishop. So that's pretty good. Taking with the pawn means this knight is under attack and has to move. But it's probably going to move over here and threaten my bishop, right? So then my bishop would have to move probably. So maybe that's not the best way. And then taking with the queen means I'm threatening checkmate here. But they can defend against that quite easily, several ways. With the knight to h6 or with the queen to e7. I'm going to play taking with the bishop. I want to get castled, and then maybe I'll sack my bishop on f7. Make this exciting. Okay, that's a fine move. I could take this pawn now with my bishop so that I'm not down any material. I could also castle. I'm going to castle. So I am castled. Let's look at it. I'm castled. I've got a pawn in the center, 2 pieces developed. Really, the queen is kind of semi-developed, even though it hasn't moved. The rook is developed too, because it's in a semi-open file. Look at that. So I got 3 pieces developed. Let's just say 3 on 2. Up. And I'm castled. And now I have the initiative. I'm threatening the pawn to boot. Threatening the pawn on top of it. Yeah, taking on f4 seems really good now. Except, yeah, it just seems good. Bishop takes f4. So now I'm not even down material. We're even material, right? Am I down material still? Looks like I might be down material still. My opponent has 7. I have 6. Okay, so I guess I was down 2 pawns somehow or something. That being said, I have a pawn in the center. My opponent does not. And I have 4 pieces that are active. My opponent only has 2. I can take a moment to send the knight packing. I think it's going to have to go out to a6. Knight on the rim is grim. Yep. And now I probably want to get my knight involved in the game really fast. The question is, do I want to potentially play like pawn to c4 and then knight c3? Because if I play knight c3 right now, if I do this, I'm not moving the pawn, right? But moving the pawn spends a tempo. Then my opponent is castled. Decisions. I could play queen e5, threatening g7. If bishop f6, then rook to e1 check. That looks like the sharpest line of them all. Looks fun and interesting, but I have to make sure it works. So if I play pawn e5, I'm sorry, what am I saying, pawn e5? If I play queen d4, I'm threatening g7. Whoops. But then my opponent is certainly going to put the bishop on f6, which means they're threatening the queen and the pawn, the dangerous pawn on d2 back there. But then I can slide my rook and say Chekaruski. And then they could play king f8. Then my queen has to move, and then they get beat. No. That's not so good. I'm glad I calculated it. It looked terribly exciting, so certainly worth calculating. I'm going to play knight to d2, so I can still play c4. So I can still do this with my pawn. But this knight's probably going to go there and then there. That's kind of what I'm thinking. All right. And in fact, I'm going to go ahead and move it here right now. And then there. Something like that. And then I'm probably going to put my queen on d3. And just launch a strong attack. Ooh, so, okay. I think that's a wise move. They're threatening to trade. Their knight was terrible on a6. My knight was good. Now I cannot play queen d3 like I wanted to. Should I still play knight g5? I have enough defenders. I got 2 defenders. They have 2 attack. Yeah, I'm still going to play knight g5. So my knight is very, very uncomfortable for their king right now. Okay. Now, I mean, obviously I could sack my knight or put it on the outpost. If I put it on the outpost, it's going to get traded. If I sack it, I don't have an immediate follow-up. Because his... Yeah. Okay. So we go to the outpost. Like I said, I'll go a little bit longer with the broadcast tonight. Try and make everybody happy. I want everybody to sign up for this tournament. I want a whole bunch of players to be playing chess on Saturday. We'll give you extra points in the Gomes Chess Club. Bunch of extra points if you play in the tournament, because it is a U.S. Chess Federation rated tournament. It's a big deal. And you're supporting local chess hero Jim Eade in his mission to bring chess excellence and literacy around the world. So it's win-win-win. Now, this pawn is weak. We understand this. But also, this whole diagonal, oops, really, this whole diagonal is weak. And so what I am contemplating is putting my queen here, and that way, if at any point I can scoot this pawn forward, if this bishop moves, I can scoot the pawn forward and say check. And then that would be, like right now, that would even just be a fork, right? Let me try and erase these arrows so that I can think clearly. Besides, if I put my queen on d5, then my rooks are unified. I just have to look at the checks, captures, and threats. My opponent has no checks, no captures, and no threats. Wow. My opponent has no checks, no captures, and no threats. It's amazing. So I played queen d5. Yeah, and now I'm thinking of queen to b3 here. Yep. And so it's on the same diagonal as my opponent's king. But I'm also threatening good stuff on b7. And now maybe possibly knight d4 looks good. I could circle my queen. I could. Queen takes b7 is not so hot because the rook would attack and get the 7th rank. Knight d4 is interesting. Knight d4 and queen d3. This and this together would really put a lot of pressure on that. I have a lot of possibilities because my opponent has no threats. Also, just rook a to d1, putting my rook in the same file as my opponent's queen. I think I'm going to do that. So all my pieces are activated now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 active pieces. And you can kind of look at my opponent and see that they have one poorly activated piece. So the EID Foundation Fall Scholastic Chess Classic. All right, so now they have 2 pieces activated. But remember, I was thinking of putting my knight on d4 anyways, but then they could play c5. But then I could play queen. No, I can't because the knight's on d4. Hello, Chris. Knight g5 is actually looking good now. Huh. Yep, knight g5, defending e6. Uh-oh, Lola's in the room. That was my dog. She just went running by. Lola, hi. Hello, Lola. Maybe you guys can see my dog. Hi, Lola. Can you see my dog? Let me check. No, she's a little bit too low. There. Now you can see her. There's Lola. I got a kiss from Lola. All right, outside, backyard. Got a kiss from Lola. What a crazy dog. All right. Back to my game. See how much fun it is when you got this much time. You can get a kiss from your dog and still return to thought. Let's see. So rook went back to f8. Which is threatening my knight twice. It is. It's threatening my knight twice now. So I'm going to play, I think I'm going to play queen e3. No, 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 I'm not. I'm going to tell you why I'm not going to play. You know, it looks tempting, but putting the queen on the same diagonal as my king is a disaster. It is a disaster waiting to happen. So don't do that. Knight f7 could be played right now. I'm going to go ahead. Knight f7. Much better than the disaster. Now my opponent could throw in a check. Bishop c5 check or queen b6 check. I don't want to trade queens, by the way. I like my attack, so queen b6 would be a little annoying. And they didn't. Good, because I didn't want to trade queens, remember? Now, this diagonal is not so useful to me anymore. This pawn is under attack. I think it's time to move the rook over a square, though, and support the pawn. Yeah. Okay. Again, I didn't want to, normally I'd use my queen, but I don't want them to play b6 and then me forget, and then bishop c5, and then they're pinning my queen to the king, and then I lose the game, right? Why? There's that check. See, they might have spotted it. And then, see, now I don't even have to worry about it. The king's off. Great. One less thing for me to worry about. But it was, that kind of trouble was there. And I think most of us who've played chess for a while have seen these kinds of bad things happen. My opponent has 14 minutes and 40 seconds. Basically almost the entire amount of time they started with. Again, I have a better position and a lot less time, which means I'm using my time wisely. The reason we're talking about time controls and things is because I'm trying to help you guys get prepared for the EID Foundation's Fall Classic. By being in here and playing, or watching, you can get a rhythm of what it's going to be like. I'm going to put my queen in the same file as my opponent's king. And this means I'm now threatening that and this and a whole bunch of other things, right? Okay, so that stops a lot of my threats, but not all of them. So I think knight says check, and then bishop, yeah. Knight says check. Then I probably actually, instead of playing bishop says check, because then king comes out here. Can I checkmate, though? That's the question. So if bishop says check, and king goes out there, checks, captures, threats, checks, captures, threats, checks, captures, threats. If I play bishop to e5, check. Lola, are you scratching in the room? Are you scratching? I'm thinking of playing bishop e5, which my opponent would take my knight. You can hear my dog scratching probably. She's watching. I don't want to play it unless I see it though. So bishop e5, if I were to play bishop e5 check, and then king takes h, and then queen h4, is checkmate. All right, yeah. Why didn't I see that sooner? Probably because I got a dog staring at me, throwing me off. So that's a nice check. And the king is forced to take the knight, or the rook can block. Rook block is actually best. If king takes knight, queen h4, checkmate. I'm down to 6 minutes. And that's a lot of time with the 10-second increment. All right, so am I going to play somebody else? Somebody want to play? Send me a challenge right now. Cross or bishop, dice knights. If you're still here, I will play you a game. While I'm waiting to see if you are going to send me a challenge, which should be popping up right here. The others were. While I'm waiting to see if I get a challenge sent to me, remember, this is a last call broadcast for the EID Foundation's Fall Scholastic Chess Classic. Go to dailychessmusings.com. Sign up tonight. If you are in grades 12 or lower, sign up tonight. Tournament is Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Pacific time. Thank you, Arun, for alerting us to the mistake in the Tornello information. And let's see, is anybody going to send me a challenge? I'll accept if you send me a challenge. But sign up. It's for a good cause. It's for a good cause. And not only is it for a good cause, but you can win some fantastic awards as well. We give away nice plaques. It is a prestigious tournament. All right, so let's see. I still see Dice Knights is online and Crosser Bishop. Dice Knights might not be online, but Crosser Bishop is. Crosser Bishop, I'm going to send you a challenge right now. Here we go. Crosser Bishop, I just sent you a challenge. I know you're online. I know you're watching the broadcast. Look around your chess.com menu options, find my challenge, click accept, and we will play a game. I'm starting to get a little fatigued, honestly. Playing a few games, it's challenging, and yeah. Of course, I did a lot of other chess during the day. Every day I teach a whole bunch of private students. I'm posting free material on the Daily Chess Musings website. And doing making new videos for the Daily Chess Musings YouTube channel. The EID Foundation's Fall Scholastic Chess Tournament will actually be broadcast. So Saturday is going to be a busy day for me. Not just running the tournament, but we do broadcast it as well. And then we're gearing up for the World Chess Championship, which starts very shortly out of Dubai. That starts in, I believe, 8 days from now, maybe, I think. November 26th, I want to say. Maybe it's 24th. I should know. I should find out, but it starts soon. Magnus Carlsen will be playing Jan Nepomniachtchi. I've been really trying to work on my pronunciation of his name. I think I'll do a video on that, too. Because early on, I was calling him Ian. And his name's not pronounced Ian, it's pronounced Jan. Like, it's very fast. If you say Ian really fast, it's Jan. And then it's, I don't think it's Nepa, well, first I was saying Nepa, I forget what I was saying. But I think it might be Nepomniachtchi, or Nepomniachtchi. Nepomniachtchi. That's it, Nepomniachtchi is what I think it is. It's, you know, we should learn. We should learn these guys' names because they are important people playing for World Chess Championship. And I don't know. I'm going to cancel my challenge against Crosser Bishop and try somebody else. Let's try EA 21. I know I've played EA 2181 before. Okay, EA accepts. Super. All right, so another game. Okay, so when they bring this bishop out, you know, you got to be mindful of that kind of stuff, right? And the best way to stop all that kind of scholar's mate is to play knight f6 right away. So we've got an Italian structure versus the Russian. I'm going to go for the two knights defense. So if my opponent wants to, they can actually play a fried liver style attack at me, but they don't. They play the more conservative, and it's a fine move, d3. It's a modern choice. You know, I've seen Wesley So play that 4d3 a lot. I play bishop c5. We'll see. Are they going to castle? I mean, it's very quiet if they castle. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nope, they're going for an Italian 4 knights. So we're in an Italian 4 knights. And they castle. Okay, so here's something great and interesting. Educational. Now, don't get too excited, Chris, because you still got to win the game. But you know how we say castle as soon as possible? This kind of position is one of the exceptions. Because by white castling here, they allow me to get a bishop out, pinning the knight to the queen, and preparing the knight to the outpost first. Okay, this, you know what, I'm probably going to make this the last game of the broadcast, because it should go to about 7:30, 7:15-ish. I could retreat my bishop. So here's my options. I could come here, and then they could put there, and then I could sack a knight, right? And that's fun. And then they take, and then I take, right? And that's fun. That's fun stuff. Oops, one extra thing. Whoa, a lot of extra things. Let's see if I can clear off these arrows. Crazy. Crazy stuff, I tell you. But, you know, there's also this kind of fishing pole attack idea. And that is where you play h5. Then if they take, you take back, and their knight has to go somewhere, right? I'm going to go with like a fishing pole idea. You know what? I'll be a little dangerous. Maybe maybe EA will get a game here. Ooh. They are being exceptionally dangerous. Threatening f7 twice, but allowing me to take their queen. I'm going to take the queen. Let's see. Let's see what sort of attack. All right. So that is defended, obviously, threatening my queen, my rook. Queen e7 looks like the best move. Queen e7 it is. And then I can castle queenside, and I've exchanged a queen for a rook, right? Right. Except, see this? This knight is threatening to come back out now and threaten my queen. So even though I'm a queen up, I better be careful here. Would that trap my queen, in fact? It looks like it would. All right, so let's say I castle queenside. So that goes there, right? Then this goes here, threatening my queen. My queen cannot go here, cannot go there because of that bishop. Can't go there. And could go here, but it's very dangerous because it would be on the same diagonal. So yeah, the queen's not quite trapped, but very close. Very close. See this? This is why we calculate. Take our time. Use this. Use these moments. I don't like having my I don't like my queen. I don't like the castle and then the knight and then the queen having to go there. Seems awful dangerous. But okay, let's see what happens. I'm assuming their knight's going to come here, and then we can assume my queen's going to go here. And then I think I'm okay for the moment after that. Nope, they did it differently. Thank you. They took my bishop, which means I can get rid of this dangerous knight. Yes, it's in the corner, but it was dangerous to pop out. Maybe I was overthinking things. If this game finishes really fast, I'll play one more. If not, then this will probably be the last game of the broadcast. It might finish quickly, though. This enters the rook, activates my rook nicely. Knight comes out. Now my queen can come out, and I can deliver checkmate a few different ways here. I got a bishop check. Queen can come out. Yeah. I think this one's going to end really fast now. But we learned something about like a little bit of the Italian and the symmetrical Italian, why maybe you don't want to castle as soon as possible. A symmetrical four knights Italian kind of thing. Okay, I take, if they take back, I can take with check. And they do not take back, but I can still say check, mate. All right, that was pretty. That was a pretty game. I will play one more game. One more. So who wants to be in the final game? Who's still watching the broadcast? Last call for the Eade Foundation's Fall Scholastic Chess Classic. Let's see. Do I have a friend I can send a challenge to? Got a lot of friends. Cross or Bishop, do you finally want to play a game? I mean, I've sent you some challenges. Let me try again, okay? Cross or Bishop, here it comes. Cross our fingers for Cross or Bishop. Fingers crossed. And bishops. Quit drumming, Chris. You're live. Also, YouTube chat's been a little less eventful tonight. If you want to say hi, go ahead and say hi. Waiting for Cross or Bishop. Cross or Bishop. Cross or Bishop. Going once. Going twice. Cancel challenge to Cross or Bishop. All right. Let me try somebody else who's also been trying. Diced Knights. Diced Knights. I'm sending you a challenge right now. Dice Knights, going once, going twice. Look around for your challenge, Dice Knights, if you can find it. All right, I'll go ahead and cancel that challenge. Just, you know, trying to share the broadcast with you guys. I know some of you have been waiting. Let's see. Ritvik. I'll send Ritvik one real fast. There you go, Ritvik. if you're still around. And while we're waiting on Ritvik, final call, last call, join the Eade Foundation's Fall Scholastic Chess Classic. I am doing this because I believe in the foundation. It is fantastic. And come join our tournament. I'll be live broadcasting. It's a lot of fun. You'll get better at chess. It's the time control we've been using tonight, and you might win a plaque or some other awesome award. So it's only $20. You want to be a member of the United States Chess Federation anyway, so you can play in rated tournaments anywhere you go. Do it. Join the tournament this Saturday, 9 a.m. Pacific time. Go to dailychessmusings.com. dailychessmusings.com. Sign up for the Eade Foundation Fall Scholastic Chess Classic. And with that last little bit of advertising, I'm going to call it a night. I'm getting a little tired with my voice. Like I said, I've had a long week, injuring a foot, and having my computer kind of bite the dust. I'm going to have to send it in for some serious repairs. It's been a tricky week, but as my late friend Emery Tate, International Master Emery Tate, would always say, I was always surprised when I knew a lot of, maybe he was having a horrible week, or maybe he was in the hospital. He would still show up to class, and I'd be surprised. He'd say, "Chris, I'm a professional." And so yeah, I had a little bit of a rough week, but yeah, we're still going forward with the Eade Foundation big time, because it's a worthy cause, and I am a professional. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons. It was a lot of fun, and I will see you Saturday for the Eade Foundation tournament, and then I will see you a bunch at the end of November through December for the FIDE World Championship recaps. All right. Bye. I will see you later.